Hey everyone, this is kind of embarrassing, but I don't know where else to go. I need to tell someone what's been happening, but I can't talk to my friends about it. They'd think I've lost it. Maybe they're right. Maybe I have. But if I don't get this out, I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. I moved into my grandmother's house about 3 months ago. She passed away last year and it was left to me. I wasn't exactly thrilled about it. Moving into a big, creaky old house alone, you know? But I thought, why not? It's rent-free and I could use the space to save some money. The house itself is one of those old Victorian types, all faded wallpaper and heavy wooden doors. It smells like dust and wood polish, and the floors creak even when you're not walking on them. But that's normal for houses this old, right? At first, everything was fine. I spent the first couple of weeks just cleaning up, unpacking, trying to make the place feel like home. It was almost peaceful in a way. Quiet. But not long after, strange things started happening. It was little things at first. I'd hear a tapping noise at night, like someone was knocking on the walls from inside them. I figured it was just the pipes. This house is old, after all. But then I started noticing cold spots in the rooms. Not just a draft, but pockets of air that were ice cold, like stepping into a freezer. I kept checking the windows, thinking I'd left one open, but they were always shut. I thought it was odd, but I brushed it off. Then the whispers started. It was late at night, maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. I had just fallen asleep when I woke up to what sounded like someone murmuring outside my bedroom door. It wasn't loud, just soft, almost like someone trying to keep quiet. At first, I thought maybe I'd left the TV on, but when I got up, the house was completely silent. I told myself it was nothing, that I was half asleep and hearing things. But after that night, I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone in the house. The thing is, these whispers, they don't sound like just one voice. They're layered, like a bunch of voices speaking at once, all too quiet to make out. And they never stop. Sometimes I hear them in the walls when I'm making dinner. Other times, they come from the attic. But they're always there, just below the surface, like they're waiting for me to hear something I'm not supposed to. I even started having weird dreams. At first, they were just unsettling, walking through the house and seeing things out of place, or hearing the whispers but never finding the source. But they've gotten worse. Now it's always the same. I'm walking through the house, but it's darker than usual, like the shadows are thicker, almost solid. I can barely see, but I feel like something is watching me from the corners of the rooms. It's like the house is alive. There's this one part of the dream that keeps repeating. I walk into the kitchen and the door to the basement is open. I know, in the dream, that I shouldn't go down there, but I can't help myself. I start walking down the stairs, and the deeper I go, the more I hear the whispers. They get louder, clearer, like they're calling me. But right before I reach the bottom, I wake up drenched in sweat. I started avoiding the basement altogether after that. I couldn't even explain why. There's nothing down there, just old furniture and some of my grandmother's stuff. But something about it makes my skin crawl. Then, last week, something happened that I can't explain. I was in bed, trying to fall asleep when I felt this pressure, like someone was standing right next to me. I opened my eyes, but there was no one there. The room was dark, but I could still feel it. This heavy presence just watching me. I wanted to scream, but my throat felt tight, like something was choking me. I don't know how long it lasted, but eventually it just faded, like it was never there. I convinced myself it was just sleep paralysis. People experience that kind of thing all the time, right? But something about it felt different. It didn't feel like a dream. It felt real. Since then, things have been escalating. I can't sleep more than a few hours a night, and when I do, the dreams are worse. The shadows in the house seem darker, more oppressive, like they're moving. I've started hearing my grandmother's voice in the whispers now, but it doesn't sound like her. It sounds wrong, like someone imitating her. but they don't know how to get it quite right. 2 days ago, I found something strange. I was cleaning out the attic, just trying to distract myself, when I stumbled on a box I hadn't seen before. Inside, there were some old photos of my grandmother younger, maybe in her 30s. But in one of the photos, she wasn't alone. There was a group of people standing with her, all of them holding hands in a circle. They were standing around something, but I couldn't make out what it was. It was too dark in the photo. But that's not the weird part. The weird part was that there were symbols drawn around them on the floor, circles, stars, shapes I didn't recognize. I don't know why, but seeing that photo made my heart race. I've never been one for supernatural stuff, but something about it just didn't sit right with me. Later that night, I started hearing the whispers again, only this time they weren't just in the walls. They were closer, like they were right next to me. I was lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and I could feel this presence in the room. I can't explain it, but it felt like the house was breathing, like the walls were alive and closing in on me. I felt cold fingers brush against my arm, but when I looked, there was nothing there. The next morning, I woke up with bruises on my wrists, like someone had grabbed me in my sleep. But I live alone. I don't know what's happening to me. I've tried reaching out to some friends, but they all think I'm just stressed or overtired. I even started doubting myself, thinking maybe it's all in my head. But I can't shake this feeling that something is wrong. Really wrong. Last night, I went down to the basement. I don't even remember why. I just felt this urge, like I had to go. When I opened the door, the air was colder than usual, and the light wouldn't turn on. I took a flashlight and made my way down the stairs, and that's when I saw it. There was a door I had never noticed before, hidden behind some old shelves. I don't know how I missed it all this time, but there it was. Locked, of course. But the key was hanging right there on a nail, just waiting for me. When I opened the door, I felt something shift in the air, like the house was reacting to me. Inside, there were shelves lined with old books, leather-bound with cracked spines and pages that looked ancient. Most of them were in languages I couldn't read, but the symbols on the covers were familiar. They were the same ones from the photo I found in the attic. There was something else in the room too, a mirror, covered in a thick layer of dust. When I wiped it clean, I saw my reflection, but it wasn't right. My face looked pale, and my eyes seemed darker, almost hollow. And behind me, in the reflection, I could see the shadows moving. I don't know how to explain what's happening to me. I feel like I'm losing myself, like the house is getting inside my head. The whispers aren't just in the walls anymore. They're in my mind, and they're louder now. Sometimes I catch myself whispering back, even though I don't understand the words. It's like they're trying to tell me something, trying to pull me deeper into the darkness. It's hard to put into words, but I feel different, lighter, less human, I guess. The whispers don't scare me as much as they used to. They almost feel comforting now, like they've been with me all along, and I just didn't realize it. I don't know what's going to happen next. I feel like I'm on the edge of something, like I'm about to step into a place I can't come back from. But maybe that's okay. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. If anyone is still reading this, thanks. I just needed to get it all out before whatever comes next. I think I finally understand the whispers now. They were never trying to scare me. They were welcoming me, calling me home. And now, I'm ready. This is Shaded Girl. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.